The end product of this video is this. It's a photo or a graphic of the 7-day forecast from Tempe, Arizona. Now, it doesn't seem all that impressive by itself, but now you have a program that can do any city at any time. So, for example, here is the forecast for Mexico City. Next, we're going to use the same idea, but we're going to change the template a little bit, change the format, and this is for Boston. Next one over here, this is for Los Angeles. So hopefully you can kind of see how powerful this can be, where you have, I guess, dynamic or real-time updates of infographics, photos, whatever you want to call these things. And basically to do this, and we're going to use Python and After Effects to do this. First, we're going to make a Python script program that scrapes the information from the web. We're going to use Beautifulsoup to web scrape, take the information. Once we have the information, we're going to put it into a JSON file, and we're going to format it in a specific way so that After Effects can use it as we need it to be used. Okay, so after the JSON, we make a template in After Effects, and then after we have the template, we kind of hook up the JSON to the After Effects template. We wire it up, whatever you want to call it, and then at that point, when we run our Python program, let's say we run it for Philadelphia, then that'll put the information for Philadelphia into the JSON file. That goes straight to After Effects, and then the photo updates. If we run it for Washington, D.C., same idea. The program runs, takes the information, puts it in the JSON file, and then updates the photo in After Effects, and you're able to render it within seconds. The information we're using in this is weather. It's not very interesting, but it's simple. It's easy. You get the idea. I'm currently using this exact same process on 2 social media accounts that I use. I focus on Instagram, but they're also on Facebook. And the first one is real-time golf stats. So there's some weekly stats. I also do like leaderboard updates. So while the tournament is going on, after every round, I do this. I run my program and it updates my leaderboard, and then I post it. Another account that I haven't focused on too much recently is betting odds. So like who's favored to win the NBA Finals, who's favored to win the Super Bowl next year, stuff like that. So the possibilities of what you're going to use this for, or what you could use this for, are really up to you. It's endless. Whatever information you want to take, whatever format you want to put it into, it can be done through this process. So I'm here in PyCharm with a blank canvas. I'm using Python 3, but I don't think it matters. I think any Python is okay. And this is the first part of the program, I guess you could say. So we have to get the information from the website. Now, I've made so many of these already that I don't remember how to type it all in, so I'm just going to copy and paste it and then show it to you. Okay, so we're importing urllib.request. From urllib.request, we're importing URL open as urec. From BS4, import Beautifulsoup as soup, and we're importing JSON. So, first thing first, we're gonna do the URL. My URL equals, and we're gonna go okay, we're gonna type in any city you want. It doesn't matter if you choose the same as me. It's all the same. I'm gonna do Philadelphia, hometown. And then click on 10 day. We're going to go to 10 day. All right, so this is our URL. Let's go back and let's paste it in. Okay, so uClient equals urec my page HTML equals uClient dot read, and then we're just going to close it. So it's going to read it, get the page HTML, and then it's going to close. Okay. So this will, it will just open the page, get the HTML, and then it's going to close. And let's just run this and print it just to see what it is. So we're going to print at this point. First, let's parse it, right? Yes. Okay, so page. Before we do that, we're going to page soup it. Soup. What do we have to do? Page HTML parser. So we're putting in the page HTML, and we're using an HTML dot parser. Okay, now we're going to print page soup. And if you hadn't figured it out, I'm not the greatest coder. I'm good at Googling how to code stuff, so I think that's really all you need. Okay, so here we go. Days. Oh, sorry, that's the old one. Okay, I'm gonna run the new one. All right, so it's got something. Yeah, that's good. That's all we wanted to see, is that it's working. Okay. So now we're gonna take a look at the page and see how it's made up. Because Beautifulsoup takes the HTML, so we have to see how the HTML is structured so we can get the stuff that we want. So I'm going to highlight, so we want the name of the day. We'll start with that. So if we click on that, right there, you can see it's a span with the class of date time. So let's go back here, and so these are the days equals page soup dot find all. And remember, it's a span, so we're finding the span with a class of, what was it, date time. All right, so this is going to find all the days on the page, or all the classes of date time on the page. So to print out each one individually, we're going to do for day in days, print day dot text. So this line finds all the spans with the class date time, and it puts them into not an array, I guess a dictionary in Python. And then this down here loops through that, and it's going to print them all out. So let's see what happens. Perfect. Start with today, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. And what's that? What that's doing is here. Today, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay. Next, let's get right underneath it. Let's get the date. Looks like a span of day detail. So we're gonna do the same exact thing. We're gonna call this dates. Page soup dot find all. It's a span with a class of day detail. And then, because it's an array or a dictionary, whatever you want to call it, we have to go through. So for date in dates, I'm going to print date dot text. And that is correct. Start with May 16th. Yes. Okay. All right, so we have the day, we have the date. Let's get the description next. It's a span, but it has no class. If we go up one level, that's TD, that's table data with the class description. Let's try to get that. Let's see what that does. Again, same thing. So we're gonna do descriptions equals page soup dot find all. It was table data with the class of description. And then we're gonna loop through all that for description in descriptions. Now we might have to go deeper down into this descriptions thing, because see how this isn't named description, the span? It's the thing, it's the table data above it that's named description. So we'll try to print it and we'll see what happens. Hopefully it works. Description dot text. Oh, all right, yeah, it worked. So we see AM showers, PM thunderstorms, AM showers, PM thunderstorms, perfect. Okay, what's next? Gotta get the high and the low. It's in a div. Span class of nothing slash class. All right, so it's in a span with the class nothing. So let's try that. Call it temps equals page soup dot find all span class of just nothing. For temps, for temp in temps, print temp dot text. Save and let's see what that does. That gets, okay, that's not what we want. Let's go back. Looks like that's printing a lot of stuff. Alright, so we'll do that. The table data with class temp. Alright. Okay, that's it. So you see we have the temperatures here. It's the high and the low together, all in one string. We don't want that. We want to separate it. So we're gonna split the string with this little temperature symbol. I forget how to do that. Text.split. Yeah, okay. Alright, so we have, let's call new temp equals temp.text. And then let's split new temp.split. And we want to split it with, I'm going to have to copy and paste it. I don't know what that is on the keyboard. So I'm going to split it with that. And then I think it splits it into an array or a dictionary, whatever. So it's going to have an index of 0. Like 0 will be, so it's going to say new temp 0 will be 75 and new temp 1 will be 58. I think. Let's see. Oh, let's just print new temp, see what it is. That didn't do anything. That's not right. String.split. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I didn't name it. I mean, I called the split, but I didn't put it back into new temp. Okay, so yeah, so it's an array. We got the high and the low. Alright, so let's call those. Let's say high equals new temp 0 and low equals new temp 1. And let's print high and we'll print low. Let's get that out of there. Perfect. All right, so now we have the high and the low. Okay. So we have day, date, description, high, low, precipitation. All right, let's do it. Chance of precipitation. Looks like it's in a. No. TD class precip. So we'll do precips equals page soup dot find all td with a class of precip. For precip in precips, print precip dot text. All right, so 4040, let's check it. 4040, okay. Wind, no, we don't need wind. Humidity, no. All right, so that is, I guess that's enough. Oh, we're gonna get the name of the city. Okay. So we see the name right here. It's an H1. It's in a thing called locations title. A div of locations title. All right. So we'll get city equals page soup dot. Now this one, we're not finding all of them. We just want to find the one. So, what was it? It was a div with the class of, I forget, locations title. Locations title. And then let's print city.text. See if we get it. All right, perfect. So we have Philadelphia, PA, 10-day weather, all that stuff. Now, we don't want this 10-day weather, 4:55 a.m. This is too much because we want to put this on our little weather card. We're gonna put the name of the city, but we don't want to see this. We don't want all this nonsense. So how can we? What did I do last time? Okay, so you see we have this comma. So every city in America is going to have Philadelphia, comma, and then the state. Boston, comma, Massachusetts. So we are going to split this string kind of like we did with the temperatures. We're going to split the string with a comma. So, okay, we'll do new city equals city.text. New city. Boy. New city equals new city dot split. This is the same function we used earlier. We're going to split it with the comma. And then we're going to print it just to see what we have so far. Okay, save. Okay, so we have Philadelphia with the city name, and then next we have all this stuff. So every state, the abbreviation is only 2 letters. So we only need these first 3 characters of this string. Whether it's Florida or Massachusetts or Texas, it's all going to be that same, the first three characters of the string. So what we're going to do, so this would be, where am I? Okay, so this is Philadelphia's new city 0. This is new city 1. All right, so we're gonna take, I'm gonna call it state equals new city 1. So now state equals this whole string. And then we're gonna cut new city. So new city, oh, sorry. State equals state. And we're gonna take, so we're gonna start at the beginning. We want that. And we're gonna go to 0, 1, 2. We're gonna cut it at 3. So this means we want, state is now gonna become the, I guess the index? No. So right here, state is a string that equals this. And then our next thing down here, state equals state 0 to 3, means we're gonna take 0, 1, 2, 3. So we're gonna take the first 3 characters of state. And let's see what that gives us. Print state. Okay, so we have PA. That's exactly what we wanted. All right, so we have state. Now let's put it all back. So let's say new city equals new, wait, well, I don't want to do that. We'll just call it city. City equals new city 0, that's Philadelphia. And then we're gonna add to it state. And then we're gonna print city. Let's see what that does. I think they're all strings, it should be all right. Yeah, okay, there we go. So Philadelphia, PA. It took away the comma, whatever. If you really wanted to add that back on, you can. Philadelphia, PA, that's good for me. All right, so we have Philadelphia, PA, and it is in the variable city. Okay, so we have everything. We have the day, the date, the description, the high and the low, the percentage of precipitation, and the city. Let's just test it on a different one. So let's type in, let's try Bangkok. So we just we go to Bangkok, copy the URL, plug it into my URL, and then we save it and we run it. Let's just see if it works. Okay, Bangkok metropolitan region. Actually, I want to print city. Let's see if that. Let me do it again. Bangkok Ba. Okay. All right, so it's not in the US, so it doesn't have the same state pattern that we have, so whatever, but all right, let's see. Thunderstorms early, cloudy, partly cloudy. Thunderstorms early, cloudy, partly cloudy. Dashed. Ah, okay. So it looks like right now in Bangkok, it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so there's no more high. If it's nighttime or like later in the day, it takes away the high. So we have to account for that. Okay, so let's go back into here. Where did that come from? So that is temp.text, and it can't be split because it doesn't have the... Okay, let's say if new temp, we're gonna use the, I don't know what you call it, the string. We used it earlier right here on the state. We're taking the first 2 digits, or the first two characters of the string. So if the first 2 characters of the string equal this little dash dash, let's just, right now, let's print let's see if it comes up. No. Why didn't that work? So maybe I want to do that. 0 to 1. No. I'm going to put this before, because right here it's being split into an array or a dictionary. So let's do all that before it gets split. And it still didn't work. Maybe let's go back to 2. I think that was right. Okay, yeah. So that's it. So if there is no high anymore, we're going to say high equals dash dash, and then we're going to break. Oh, no, we're not going to break. And low equals new temp what are we going to say? New temp 3 to, could be 3 digits, 3 to 6. Will that work? Let's find out. No. That didn't work. So 95, that's tomorrow's high, okay. So it does go into this, but this doesn't work. And this doesn't work. Or does it? There's probably a better way to do this. But I mean, all right, it works. So there. So here is our high. which is nothing, and here's our low, which is 80 degrees. And we're gonna have a little degree sign on that one. Or we can take it away. We're gonna split it. Okay, and then low 0. All right, I don't know. Let's see if that works. Okay, yeah, so it does work. Oh, we also need to break. Because once we get in that, we don't want it to go on and split and print. Okay, so I think, yes. No. You don't want it to break. Alright, so we have the values. There's a little... Okay, here we go. So we're going to do that. Else, we're going to do all this. So if there is no high, we're going to do this and take care of that. If there is a high, we're going to do all that. And I hope that works. So we can move on. Yes. Okay. Looks good. All right. So we have everything. Let's go back to Philadelphia. Okay. Going back to Philadelphia, unfortunately. All right. And run it. And we're not going to have that problem with not having a high. So, I mean, it's good to do it because, yeah. But right now, we don't need it. All right, so we have all our information. And then what we're going to do is we need to put this into a JSON file. And then that JSON file is going to go into our After Effects project, and we're going to read the information from the JSON in After Effects. So we have to structure it correctly. What I'm gonna do is going to make a JSON. So we're gonna call it output JSON. And this is what we're gonna output to After Effects in the end. Right now, I'm just gonna put the categories and the data is gonna be empty, and then we're gonna update it with our data, and then finally push it out at the end. So let's make a thing, we'll call it days, colon, and then empty quotation marks, and we're gonna make another one called city, colon, empty quotation marks, and that's it. So we're gonna put our days, all the information, the weather in here in days, and then we're gonna put the city in city. All right. Now we have to do this correctly for After Effects. So you haven't seen it yet, but basically programming, as you know, is done. The first index is 0. Like if you have an array, the first thing in the array is at index 0. In After Effects, the way we set it up, it's going to start at 1. So, yeah, it's hard to explain. All right, we'll forget that. We'll get to that later. So let's make our JSON. I'm going to make 2 lists. One is called days, we'll call it days info. That's going to be an empty list. And then we're going to have days output. Okay. Now, we're going to do a loop. We'll make I equals 0. So while I is less than, how many days do we have? What are we, is this 10 day? All right, so we'll do a 10 day while I is less than 0. And since we have all this information, we're just gonna loop through it and we're gonna add it all to one list called days info. So for today, we're gonna loop through, we're gonna add the day. We're gonna loop through the date, we're gonna add the first date. We're gonna loop through the description, add the first description. We're gonna loop through the highs, add the first high, all that, and do it 10 times so we have every day's information all in one list. And to do that, we're gonna start, I always forget this, so let's do it first. There. Okay. Let's start with the days. So we're gonna add it all to the days info list. So days info dot append, and we're going to append days I. So this is gonna loop through days. Let's say I is 0. So the first one is 0, it's gonna append there. And then next we want the date. So we're gonna do dates. Oh no, sorry. Days info dot append dates and I. Next we want descriptions. And I think you can see where I'm going with this. Just gonna copy and paste. Descriptions, I. Temps. Now temps is different because we have a high and a low. should we do that? How about let's make a list of all the highs and a list of all the lows. So we're going to, if we do this, it's going to be highs dot append high, lows dot append low 0. All right, let's see. Print highs, print lows. Let's see what that gives us. Is that right? First is high 75, 81, 70, 75, 81, 78, 58, 59, 59, 58, 59, 59. Okay. All right. So that works. So then we're going to do the same. We're going to go through the highs. Then we're going to do the same. Go through the lows. Okay, next. Temps, we did precipitation. So we're going to go through precips. And city, we're not gonna put the city in. Oh, also, once we restart the loop, we're going to set days info back to nothing. All right, so let's do that. Days info. Let's run this and see what comes out. It should print 10 days all in one list. Whoa. This is all .text. Whoops. .text, .text, no, I think highs should be all right. No? I think that's it. String, yeah, so high and low shouldn't be. All right, perfect. So we have today, May 16th, partly cloudy, 75, 58, 20%. Today, May 16th, partly cloudy, 75, 58, 20%. Tomorrow, Friday, May 17th, PM thunderstorms, 81, 59. Friday, PM thunderstorms, 81, 59. Perfect. Okay. So we have that, and now instead of printing this, we're gonna append it to the output so that all this goes into one output. So days output dot append days info. All right. And then let's print days output. Okay. Okay. All right, looks good. Now we are gonna update our JSON. So output JSON.update. We want days, and we're gonna equals. We're gonna give it days output. There. Now our days output is gonna be in our JSON, and also we are going to update the city. Update city equals city. All right, and then we're gonna print output JSON. Here we go, days, looks good, and city, Philadelphia, PA, looks good. Okay, so now we have to save this. We have to make it create. Okay, now we have to make it save this JSON file. So it's with, what is it, open? Let's call it weather2.json mode. I think it's W, which is right. W as fp json.dump. Output JSON fp. Now, I just copied like json.dump output JSON. Yeah, so I don't really fully understand this. I just know that this is what it's going to be called when you save it. So it's going to save a file weather2.json. And you're putting in the output JSON. So it's going to take the output JSON and it's going to save it as weather2.json. As far as this FP, I don't know. But whatever, it works. Okay. So when I run this, you should see it come up here because it's going to save in this folder. So let's see. And there it is. So we have weather2.json. And that, for now, ends the Python part. And we're going to go into After Effects. Going to go to After Effects, new composition. Let's make it a square 1080 by 1080 for the gram. And we're going to make the duration 0.0, it's going to be one frame, basically, I think is the easiest way to do it. All right. So this can be, I guess it can be a little confusing. There might be some stuff that I do that you don't understand at first, but after you see how it all fits together, hopefully it makes sense. So if something doesn't make sense, just keep going with it, and if it still doesn't make sense, then you can ask me in the comments or something. Okay. So I'm going to call this output comp. I'm going to make a new comp. What's going on? New project now. Alright, new comp, same size, same frame rate. Oh, and you want to make it 30 frames per second. It doesn't necessarily have to be 30, but you have to know the frames per second. So if you make it 24, just know that it's 24 because you're going to use it for some math later. All right, so we have comp 1, and we're just going to name this number 1. And then I'm going to make another one, Command N. Let's call this, we'll call it city. Okay. And I think that's it for now. All right, so let's work on the output comp. I mean, the design is up to you, really. This is a template. So if you don't like this template, you can make your own. I'm just gonna do something simple because, yeah, you just to get the idea how to do it. All right, so we make a blue one, and then let's add our JSON file, and then we can start playing with that. So it saved the JSON file in the same file as the Python. So so weather2.json. We'll search that. Weather2.json. There we go. All right. So this is our output comp. We're just gonna leave this. This is the background. We're gonna come into the city, and let's make a right there. Let's fill it. Fill it white. No stroke. And let's center it. Alright. And we're gonna make some text. White text doesn't show up on white background. City name. All right, and now you're gonna get to see kind of how they connect. So let's pull our weather2.json file here. Now we can look into the structure of it, the data. And this value right here, this footage weather2.json data value 1, that is the name of our city. So we're gonna take this, copy it, come into city name, go to text. On source text, you're going to hold Alt and click. Alt click, that lets you put a script in. And we're gonna paste in what we just copied. And there it is, Philadelphia, PA. Okay, so there's that. It's pretty simple so far. Let's change this. I want that color. So let's change this text color. What? That didn't do anything. What is going on? Alright, we're gonna change this text color. Boom. Alright. Output comp, get out of here. Okay. Okay. Gonna go back to output comp. We're gonna put city on the output comp. There we go. Now, number 1. So we're gonna make, what color would look good? All right, we'll make it white. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a little like a bar. There we go. We'll make a white bar. Should probably do it a little thinner. Okay. And we're gonna put things like day. That's gonna be the value, the day value. We're gonna do another thing. We'll just copy. Yeah. So that's the day value, and this is the date value. The date. Alright. These are too big, I think. Let's make these 60. Oh, and another, you want to be careful when you make how you align the text. So see right here, it's coming from the center. So if you have a really long day or a really long date, it's going to come out and it's going to be cut off by the edge. So we want to align these to the left. There we go. So let's align. All right, and move them over. Okay, so this is the day value and the date value. Now, let's get our JSON down in here again. And again, we have all this data. Okay. So this is where the problem of, so when we make all this information, when we put this together, it's gonna work by the fact that when you copy this composition called 1, it makes it number 2. And then you copy it again, it makes it number 3, it makes it number 4. And that's what changes the information. So the problem with this, it would be nice if I could name this 0 and then I copy it and then the next composition is number 1, but it's not. See, it goes to 2. So basically After Effects is on an index of 1 and all programming is on an index of 0. So what we have to do, we have to go back into our JSON. And right here where it says days, we want to add something in the beginning as filler. Something, because we can't use the index of 0 in After Effects. So we want to put some type of filler information that takes away the index of 0. So we're going to do days output dot append, and we're going to append Nick Cage. And then we're going to run it again. When we come back, you're going to get this a lot. After Effects warning, the structure of the data file has changed. Anytime you change the JSON file, it's going to bring this up. I will show you at the end how to get rid of this. Because if you're trying to automate, this is really annoying. You don't want to have to sit here and hit enter all the time. Okay. Where am I? I just lost what I was thinking about. Okay. So now when we look back at our days, we have this right here. That's Nick Cage. This is what we want. We want day 1. And the information in the first index is today, is the day. So at index 0 is the day. So we're going to copy this. We're going to go to the day. We're going to go to the source text, Alt-click to add a script, and we're going to paste it. And you can see right there, it comes up day, or today, it comes up today. The next information is the date. So we just use that. That's the day name. We want the date. This is the date. And then we're going to go to date. Let's make this better. All right. So then we're going to go to the date. Same thing. Source text. Alt-click to add a script, and we're going to paste it. There we go. So we have today, May 16th. All right. And I forget what else do we have? We have the description. So partly cloudy, sunny, whatever. Let's put that in. Description value. Here, let's make a little template and then I'll connect all the wires. Come on, After Effects. Description value. All right. That's kind of important. That's like the main thing, I guess you could say. The most important. All right, so we're going to center this. We're going to align it, make it center. And we're going to give it about that much room. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, and then we have, what do we have? The high and the low, and we have the precipitation. Actually, let's move this up. I'm trying to think what a good design would be, but I guess it doesn't matter. I'm going to align this left. Put it about right there. Then I'm gonna copy it, Command D, move this down. This is gonna be high. And then I'm gonna copy that, move it over. And this is gonna be the low value. All right. So we have the description, the high, the low. And what else? Precipitation? Okay, well, we'll put that in the corner. So this will be precipitation. And we will align this to the right. So it looks good. All right, this is gonna be precip value. Okay. And then we're gonna kind of wire it all up. So the description is in the second slot. We'll copy that. We'll go to description, source text, alt click and paste it. There we go, partly cloudy. I think high is next. We'll copy that. Okay, source text, alt click. Okay, 75. And then the low is next. So we take that, copy, alt click, add a script, paste. All right, so we have 75. That doesn't look good. I mean, it is correct. 75 is the high and 58 is the low, but I think it looks not good right there. So I'm gonna put these on top of each other. The high is gonna be on top. And then the low is gonna be right under it. Let's align those. All right. Yeah, because this is basically your template. So however this looks is how they're all gonna look. Okay, we have that. We're gonna align it. No, not like that. We're gonna align it like that. All right, and then precipitation. That one. Okay. And we're gonna go to precipitation, source text, alt click. Okay. And there it is. That is the basic idea. We're gonna do something cool with pictures. We're gonna add, like if it says partly cloudy, we're gonna add some little clouds. If it says sunny, we're gonna add a sun. But first, I wanna show you how, you might be wondering how it's gonna create itself. Because if I copy it, it's the same thing. And the cool part about all this, okay, so we have this comp is named 1. And it's using the index of 1. So if we can somehow, when we copy it, now this is named 2, we wanted to use the index of 2. And when we copy it again, it's going to be named 3. We wanted to use day 3. So to do that, we'll do precipitation first. I'm going to move this down. And and we're going to make a variable called comp name, and it equals this comp dot name. So comp name equals this comp. Oh no, wait, am I? Okay, yeah, let me delete that. Yeah, so comp name equals this comp dot name, and right now I'm on number 1, so comp name equals 1. So right here, I'm gonna replace 1 with comp name. And you'll see the precipitation. Nothing's gonna change. It's gonna stay on number 1. But notice when I copy it, all this information is gonna stay the same because I haven't wired it up yet, but this is gonna change to index number 2. See, now it's 40%. If I do it again, it's going to change to 0 to index 3. It's 0%. Okay. So now I'm going to do that for all these things, and I'm just going to copy and paste this because I'm going to be using it a lot. So this is the low comp name. And then we're gonna replace comp name. Okay, high comp name. No, not that one. Date. Comp name. The day. I think this is the last one. Comp name. Okay. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. All right, so let's shut all these. Okay. Now I'm going to copy this, and you'll see it's all gonna change. There we go. Friday, May 17th. 81:59 p.m. thunderstorms, 40% chance of rain. If we do it again, it's gonna be Saturday the 18th. Saturday the 18th. Do it again and again and again. Wednesday the 22nd. Okay, you get the idea. Okay. So you can kind of see it's pretty powerful. Like you can make, there's many examples you could do with this. Now I want to do something really cool with the pictures. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a new comp, and I'm going to call it pics. And actually this has to be, I'm gonna make this we'll just say 9/10 of a second, or 9 frames. Okay. And I have some pictures here. So what I'm doing is, like right here it says partly cloudy. I want to add a little icon in here that means partly cloudy. If it says sunny, I want to add a sun. If it's thunderstorms, I want to add a thunderstorm thing. Okay, so we're going to go into pics. And we're going to put these pictures in, and we're going to make each picture 1 frame long. So we'll start with cloudy. Make it as big as it can go too. All right, so there's cloudy. Now you see it is, right now it's 9 frames long. So I'm gonna go to where I wanna cut it. Shift, Command D, and that cuts it. And now it's 1 frame long. To move frames, I'm hitting page down and page up. It's really helpful. Okay, so there, it's 1 frame. Next, cloudy, I guess this is partly cloudy. Okay, Command Shift D. I want to go to the next frame, Command Shift D again, and then I delete that and delete that, and I have cloudy, partly cloudy. Next we'll do thunderstorm. Command Shift D, page down 1 frame, Command Shift D, delete, delete. Next one, rain. Okay, Command Shift D, page down, Command Shift D, delete, delete, and finally sun. Now I'm not gonna cover all the weather patterns like PM showers and AM showers. I'm just doing this so you get the idea. You can use this technique for whatever you want. All right, so that's sunny, and I'm gonna delete that. All right, so we have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, and that's enough. So now I'm gonna go back to number 1, and I'm going to add pics. Gonna make this small. Let's put it in the middle. All right. So our icon's going to be in the middle. Now, we need to change the frame that it's on based on this, on the description. And the way that we're going to do that is we're going to go back to our Python, and we're going to add an index. I don't know. We're going to add an index to our JSON so that, for example, if it says cloudy, we're going to add index 0 so that this picture stays on frame 0. If it says partly cloudy, we're going to give it an index of 1 so that this frame stays on frame 1 and it shows the partly cloudy. If it's thunderstorms, it's going to have an index of 2 so it stays on this frame. Rainy, index of 3. Sunny, index of 4. So let's go back to our Python. And we're going to add this. Where are we going to add this? We're going to add it into the days info. We're going to add it to the end so that we don't mess up all the stuff that we just did. Like, for example, if we added it to the beginning of this, it would mess up all our indexes and we'd have to recalibrate everything. So we're going to add it to the end and it won't affect anything. So the way to do that is, I forget. Okay, the way we're gonna do that, we're gonna make a JSON file right now by hand. It's just gonna be a few entries. So new file, and we're gonna call it weather index.json. Okay. So, we're gonna put all the things that it could be. So we see partly cloudy. Okay, and then that is gonna get index of right now I'm just gonna say 0. We have to come back to that and kind of make them all, but I'm gonna do that just so I can copy and paste. Alright, so we have partly cloudy, we have PM thunderstorms. We're gonna take that PM thunderstorms. We have mostly cloudy. Okay. Partly cloudy, we already did that. PM thunderstorms, we already have. Mostly cloudy, we already have. Mostly cloudy. Isolated thunderstorms. Partly cloudy, mostly sunny. I think some other ones are sunny, maybe partly sunny. Rainy, is rainy one of them? How do we do weather? Cloudy. Mostly sunny. Whatever. That's okay. So let's go back to our now the frame that we have this one at is what we want to put the index at. So we'll say this is cloudy. We want to put 0. So let's go back, and if it's mostly cloudy, yeah, we want 0. Okay. Mostly sunny, no. Partly sunny, yeah. So let's go back. I think this is partly cloudy, partly sunny. So this is index 1. Yeah, that looks like index 1. PM thunderstorms, no. Mostly cloudy, no. No. Mostly sunny. Okay. Partly sunny, okay. 1. Save that just for now. Okay, thunderstorms. So this is index 2. So PM thunderstorms, yes. That wants to go to 2. Isolated thunderstorms, 2. Wait. Okay. And rainy. I don't see any in Philadelphia weather, so sunny. Sunny is 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, 4. So any kind of lots of sun, we want to put 4. Mostly sunny, 4. Sunny, 4. All right. This is our weather JSON. So this is where we're going to get our index from. So we go back to our Python. And to start, we have to open up that JSON file that we just made. So we're going to do with with open. What did we call it? Weather index, weather index.json. As f, you can put any variable you want there. Data equals JSON.load f. Okay, so this is opening and loading weather index.json, and it's putting it into data. So our variable is data. Now we're going to go down here. Okay, now this is kind of tough. What we want to do is we want to loop through the data. We want to loop through our weather index. And if this equals our description, we want to add an index. So let's do it. For, we'll call it name for index. No, let's call it name. For name in data. So this is we're looping through the data. We're going through every name in data. If name equals, we want to test it against this. Descriptions I.text. So if name equals our descriptions, we are going to append, so we'll do days info. We are going to append data, because we're in data, the name, and then index, I believe. Oh no. So index has to be in quotes. Okay. So for each name in our JSON, that's this, each one of these, it's going to go through and it's going to see if the description matches the name. If it does, it's going to append the index number to days info. If it doesn't, what should we do? If it doesn't find a match, let's just, you know what? Let's give a picture that let's add this golf ball. And just so we can see if it worked or not, this is 5. Okay, so what this is saying is, like I said before, it's going to go through this. If it finds any of these, if the description matches it, it's going to input this index. If it's mostly sunny, it's going to put this. If it's partly sunny, it's going to put this. If it goes through this and it doesn't find, if the description is like AM showers, which isn't in here, then it's going to append the index of 5, and that's going to be our golf ball, just so we can see if it worked. Okay. And I think that's it. That should work. Let's see. Oh, no, that's not right. 555. It's. What did we do wrong? Oh, so we need to break? No, we don't. Yeah, we break from that for loop. Okay. I don't know. Let's see. Okay. So partly cloudy has an index of 1. Is that true? Partly cloudy, 1, yes. PM thunderstorms, index of 5? No, that's not correct. This is not working. Let me run this again. So it's running it. I think this is the problem. I don't want it to run. So it's correct, it's running it against all that. But let me look at the old one. So if name equals description. Okay. So right here we put it in already. So 0, 1, 2. Let's put this as if name equals days info. So this we appended the description earlier into days info. So now we're checking that. Let's see if that works. No. I mean, what is it? If So it works, right? So partly cloudy is 1, yes. PM thunderstorms is 2, okay. Mostly cloudy is 0, correct. Partly cloudy is 1, okay. PM thunderstorms is 2, yeah. Mostly cloudy is 0, okay. Mostly cloudy 0, okay. Isolated thunderstorms 2, yeah. Partly cloudy is 1. All right, so it works for that. All right, that's good enough. So we would have to find another way, which I won't because this is already really long. We would have to find another way to, if we went through that whole thing and it didn't find what it was looking for, to append index number 5. I'll let you figure that out. Okay, so that's our JSON. We have our new JSON. Okay. Let's go back to 1. Where'd it go? Yeah, make sure you're on, if you don't see it, make sure you're on the right frame because our output is only 1 frame long. So you have to be at the very beginning. Now, okay, to make this work, we have to right-click, time, enable time remapping, and then we get this. We're gonna alt-click. All right, so we get the script. Now we go into our data, and here we go. The last one is our index. So we take that and we copy it. But you see that it turns to nothing because we are on 30 frames per second. So right now this index, what was the first? The first index is 1. So what we have to do is we have to take this and divide by 30. That's our frames per second. Okay, so it's partly cloudy. Oh yeah, okay, we have to add 1 and then divide by 30. There we go, partly cloudy. Okay, we had to add 1 because the value, the index is 1. Why did we have to add 1? It's 2 divided by 30. That's frame 2. Okay, I've been making so many of these, I actually forget why you had to do that, but you do. So right here is the index value, and then you add 1 and divide by your frames per second. If you're 24 frames per second, you put 24, but we're 30. Okay, and then we're gonna do the same thing as we did before. Comp name equals this comp dot name, and then we're gonna come in here and there. Now we are all set up, ready to go, I think. Okay, let's 2. I think it's 7. All right. Now there are ways, I'm just doing this because it's quicker. There are ways to kind of make this more mathematical, like make these space out correctly. This is a little, so let's move the city up. Then we can move all these up a bit. And then we can fit one more. All right, yeah, you see the spacing is all messed up because I'm not doing it mathematically, which I should be, but this is just to prove, just to show you how to do this. All right, so we'll save this. And you see Philadelphia, PA, and it has all the mostly cloudy PM thunderstorms. It has all the information and it's correct. Now, oh, I didn't even save this. All right, weather 2. Okay, it's all set. All looks good. Now, we're gonna go back and we're gonna look at Biloxi, Alabama, Biloxi, Mississippi. And we're gonna run our program with that URL, and then see if it all looks good. See if we didn't mess anything up. Okay. See, now you're gonna get this, even though the structure of it didn't change, it's gonna tell you that every time you run it. And I'll show you how to get rid of that. But here we go. See, there's Biloxi. And let's see if it's correct. Today is 85.66, 0%. Let's see. 85.66, 0%, sunny. Friday, 83.72, 10% sunny. Friday, 83.72, 10% sunny. Perfect. Okay. So to get rid of that alert box that keeps coming up, you have to delete the JSON files from any compositions. So we used it just to look at the data. If you delete it, it's okay. Everything still stays, like the information is still good. But if you have the JSON file in any composition, delete it. And that should stop that from coming up. So let's try again with a different city. Let's go to Tempe, Arizona. Okay. Let's copy that. Paste. And run. So hopefully that dialog box doesn't come up anymore, and that all right. I I don't know how to make it stop then, I guess. But you can see that it works. No. Alright, well, that is... You get it. That's been long enough. That's going to end this video, and it's going to leave us with this. Right now, you have to manually go into After Effects and render the photo yourself. This project can be taken a few steps further, and it's actually pretty incredible that the end product can be 100% automated. So to illustrate what I mean, I'm going to use an example that I used earlier. This is the official world golf rankings for the top 20 golfers. And as you can see, it is 4 different photos. The way this program runs, it starts off the same as we did. It scrapes the information from the web. Next, it opens the After Effects file from Python. And then it sleeps for about 30 seconds, 45 seconds to let After Effects load. And then it runs an After Effects script from Python. And that formats and it sets all 4 photos up correctly the way I want them, and then it adds it to the render queue, and it renders them automatically. And then it sleeps again for about, I think it's like 30 seconds to give After Effects time to do its thing. And then after 30 seconds, it runs a little Python code that emails the 4 photos that were just made. So the first step is running the program, and then I just wait about 2 minutes, and the photos end up in my email, ready to go. I save them to my phone, and I post them. And then you can take it even one step further, and you can use the cron tab to run these programs at a specific time. So let's say you wanted this to run every Monday at 3 p.m. You can use cron tab to do that, make it run every Monday at 3 p.m. and all you have to do, if it's all set up correctly, is check your email and they'll be there, save them to your phone, and post it. I think there could be 2 or 3 more videos out of this project if people ask for it. I won't make it until I actually see that people are interested in this topic. I think this right here would be its own video, and then I think this would be its own video too. And also, if you want to do it in a different way, it is possible to make videos in this way instead of photos. I used to make little 30-second animations of sports scores, but it's much easier to just look at a photo instead of watch 30 seconds of animation. So it wasn't a good idea for that topic, but it is possible to do video. So that could be its own video. So if you're interested, let me know. I think there could be 2 or 3 more videos. So all in all, if enough people like this video, like not like it, thumbs up it, like actually like this video, then yeah, I can make about 4 more videos about automating this process and just having it show up in your email ready to go. And thank you for watching.